Back with Bobby and JJ Radio, or actually OneGuard Home Warranty Radio today. We have Miss Shannon Lopez here talking everything home warranty. If you missed any of her spectacular interviews earlier, you don't have to cry. You go to bobbyandjjradio.com, be a fan of the show. You can check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. And I'm sure you can find Shannon on all those as well, I'm assuming.
Except for Twitter. I haven't made it there yet.
Cool.
I'm not a tweeter quite yet.
It's just all news.
I tweeted a few minutes about you.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So
you got
good.
my back? Okay.
You're good.
You covered. There you go.
You're definitely covered now. All right, let's talk. And I think we were talking about this earlier, and I really want to bring it up. So, again, finding value in working with someone in the industry is kind of difficult because I think people just work with who they're comfortable with or whatever the case may be. What I see a lack of in the industry, and I'm sure Bobby can back me up, is that no one really earns your business, right? Outside of just saying like, hey, let me take you for some coffee or let me pay
it's more
for
relationships.
It is.
Than proven
value.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like value, like who's actually giving value, right? And what you said earlier was shocking to me. I didn't know that you did this, but what happens if I'm a real estate agent, we're doing a residential contract, and we're not HVAC technicians and we don't know anything about this other type of industry? You kind of come and help to make sure you guide us, you consult us to guide our clients. Talk about that. What do you do to help real estate agents get through that option period? Because that option period is brutal.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I totally get it. So what I do is a little bit different. I mean, it's more time consuming, but I think in the end, the result is better for everyone because the realtor has more education on what to negotiate in terms of repairs. The way that I like to help my realtors is by reviewing inspection reports during option period, especially regarding the HVAC system, because
that's a high ticket item.
It's a high ticket item. It's the most denied. It's the most misunderstood, and it's the one that is the least maintained, that starts to fail way before they actually have a failure. So it is always probably pre-existing. But I actually teach an hour class on just the HVAC system. I mean, we do have a lot of training from my company, but it's simply because, again, it's about 80% of our claims. But what I like to do to kind of eliminate future problems is I'll just tell my agent regardless if the buyer chooses OneGuard, I would like to look at their inspection report if they feel a little uneasy or if the inspector is cautioning them.
Using words that we don't understand.
Or using words, yeah. But
give me an example of how something would be, they didn't give it to Shannon. We didn't write it correctly in the amendment. It wasn't taken care of correctly. And then it gets denied.
Dirty coils, because inspectors do not open up these systems. They are not required to, and they're not licensed techs. That's why they always defer you to a licensed technician, because they are able to go and pull out those coils and look at them and determine whether they're corroded, rusty, leaky, about to fail, and so they can't see that. They might be able to say, okay, the temperature split differential.
So they know there's an issue. They just don't know what the issue is.
Yeah, they'll say that the temperature split differential is low. It's running a little deficient. Contact a licensed AC tech. That's what they always say. So then the realtor, not knowing that using a simple amendment repair request, such as have the system serviced and tuned up, it does no good. You know what I mean? Have it serviced and cleaned is not a specific repair. It's like tuning up a car that has an oil leak, that you're not taking care of the oil leak, you're just tuning up the rest of the, it's
you're
just
checking wipers and stuff like that.
That's it. Yeah. And I'm telling you, inspectors, if any realtor is listening on the show right now, the one thing I can guarantee that will help you in with any home warranty company is take a look at the temperature split differential on your inspection report. It needs to be between 16 and 22 degrees. If it's not, it's got a problem. Hire a licensed tech like they're asking you.
So in that situation, what's the correct verbiage to use?
So when the licensed technician goes out and confirms if the coils are dirty or they need to be cleaned or replaced, then you can be specific on your amendment, have them cleaned, replaced, or sealed or whatnot. And now you're talking specific about a coil situation, or if a failure is imminent, then you might be able to negotiate a new compressor or a new air handler, depending on what the situation is.
Because most of the time we get an inspection report and the inspector is not an AC guy.
Right.
He's going to ask for a professional. He's going to say, he's going to say dirty coils. That's probably the most common thing you see on the inspection report. So
Yeah.
that's why a lot of times we say have the
Right.
unit serviced and cleaned.
Right. And
So,
but coil cleaning is very expensive and very different.
So we should cover them.
specific.
But
You
by
should
being
be
more
specific. Yeah. If it is necessary to get a technician out there. I mean, if the temperature split is within range and the AC, I mean, the inspector doesn't have any concern, then it doesn't warrant to have a licensed tech out. But if the temperature split is low,
And they recommend to get them out there.
and they recommend, it's like taking the temperature of a baby. If it's over 102, you know that the baby's sick. You don't know why. You know what I mean? But you got to get a doctor out there. So that's what the AC tech does. So I just like to help my agents be more specific because that could determine a denial. Because if they just had it serviced and cleaned and they didn't address the coil issue, then it's denied. It's pre-existing because coils are like an artery. They build up with if they're not serviced and cleaned and over time, and then they start to ultimately fail and die and kill the compressor. Yeah.
Sure. So this is a tremendous added value then if you're a real estate agent, I feel that, because you feel like you have someone on the inside.
Yeah.
You have someone on the inside that's helping you help your client, and that alone is what, I mean, Bob, do you know any other reps that would even...
No.
If we sent inspection reports to other representatives, what they wouldn't...
They wouldn't know they wouldn't look at it.
No.
That's not what they do.
I think they delete it.
Yeah.
I think they actually delete it and pretend they never saw it.
Yeah.
Probably. Now
It's in their junk or in their spam.
It's in their...
I don't know.
Right.
I look at them all day long, and I don't mind, But again, it saves me the uncomfortable conversation of a denial with a realtor most of the time.
So the best rep in town, obviously, is Shannon Lopez with OneGuard Home Warranty. You can contact her at 210-336-7642. Again, that's 210-336-7642. That's our show. We'll see you next week.
Bye.